Hey guys, Diggers here, and I just want to talk about something that's happening today, actually. Well, I'm recording this video like a couple days in advance, because I don't feel like recording it the day it's going to happen, but so I can upload on time. But the day you're going to see this video out is a special day. So this video is going to come out on Saturday, May 14th, 2016. And on this day, 4 years ago, was the day that I bought Minecraft. So yeah, 4 years having a video game. It's pretty surreal if you think about it. If you think about it, that 4 years ago, I was an absolute noob at the game. And I'm going to use this time to kind of explain how I was in the beginning. But I never kind of had that absolute noob sort of moments. I mean, I was never one who really had no idea what was going on. I had seen videos on YouTube, I had read up on the wiki, so I had none of that basic, stereotypical, if you could say, noob experience. I sort of knew what I was doing, but I was not always able to execute it. That was my problem. And so, and I mean, some of that still shows now, and I'm around the survival world. I am horrible at building houses. Then again, all they really need to do is just provide a roof over your head and some shelter, and that's about it. But in reality, then when I try to go back later and make it more aesthetically pleasing, it never works out well. I'll put it that way. And so, another thing I want to, and then, it's because of that, the stuff that still kind of shows, but I want to kind of explain my whole history of the game. So basically, I started with playing a lot of single player, and I got the game in 1.2.5, so this was before 1.3, this is before Land Worlds, this is before a couple things. I mean, a lot of the basis of the game was out at this point. I mean, jungles were a new thing. Think about it. This is when jungles were a new thing. And I got the game when the only cape you had was red. Like the shirt. Okay, that was really off topic, but still, it was red. The creeper cape. But, a lot of things happened in those 4 years. I mean, when I first saw people playing the game, it was really Captain Sparkles, and then I found Ant Venom, and I found a lot of people, and yeah. But now, 4 years later, I mean, I'm making my own content on this channel. I went to Minecon, which something when I first got the game in 2012. I never thought I'd do that. I never thought I'd have that opportunity to go there. And it was a surreal experience. I mean, I only live 2 hours or so away from that convention center, but I've never been to that convention center in my life. I swear to God. But, like, a lot of stuff has happened in these 4 years. And I'm not even kidding when I'm saying that. But, I've met a lot of people. God, I've met a lot of people. Like, one of the first servers I ever went on, it still exists today, actually, but it's definitely not the same as it was back then. It was a Craftgas. It was, God damn it, Skype messaging. You're ruining my time here. Oh, well, but it was basically like a survival, sort of creative plot sort of server, and there was also survival games. Like, when the game first came out, I was just absolutely obsessed with survival games. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely loved it, and I will honestly say, I was absolutely trash, which, 4 years later, is still consistent. Nailed it. But still, I mean, I'm doing much better now than I did back then. I mean, there have been crazy moments along the way. I mean, there have been me being, like, there was a YouTube video I was in a couple years ago, before I even got a channel, but it wasn't actually me speaking. But, they were doing, like, a server tour back in Craftgasm, remember, and the owner was flying around, and I actually spawned right in front of the camera in the video. I can't find the video anywhere on the internet, but, like, my skin was like a yellow Pokemon trainer, and it was pretty weird if you think about it. But, I was there, one of my friends was on top, like, a bunch of these, like, random colored creepers. My brother was in the mob arena, my sister was somewhere, like, we all used to play the game. It was a great time. Good bonding experience, really. And now it's really just me, because my sister doesn't. My brother's too focused on Counter-Strike. Like a scrub. But, hey, what can you do? But besides that, another really a lot of the crazy stuff revolves around Captain Sparkles, really. And it started actually one night. It was actually like a night I was supposed to go to like a church youth group, and I was not looking forward to the youth group at all. And let's just say it didn't end up well. I mean, I'm not exactly the most social person in the world, so it's not at all surprising when I say it didn't turn out well. But okay, screensaver. All right, nice. Gotta keep my mouse then. Okay, but basically what ended up happening is I was on ArmadaCraft because this is when ArmadaCraft was still a thing. So this was a good time ago, and I actually saw Captain Sparkles on the server, and at this point, this was like the first really big YouTuber that I knew that I'd seen in the lobby. I mean, I don't remember if it was before then, but I'd seen Shin from the Yogscast, and I had no idea who he was. Don't get me. And I showed it to one of my. I told one of my friends about it was actually Doc59, and he's like, "You saw him in a lobby?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just took a screenshot. I had no idea who he was. He had the YouTuber rank though, so." He's like, "Dude, he's from the Yogscast." I'm like, "Okay." I never really watched the Yogscast because, and I still really haven't. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. But really, another really funny thing about it is actually later that night I was in a game with Captain Sparkles and Nick and Finn, and let's just say it didn't end up well for me. I died pretty early on, but it was still a fun experience for me in a day that wound up being relatively crappy, but it was still a fun experience, and of course, the whole Minecon thing, still a prized possession right here. Still a prized possession, and that cape, at first it looked weird, but the more I've had the cape for all these years, the more I realize that it's just part of my skin, and I just feel weird without it, really. But let's get on to how I am now compared to how I was then. 4 years ago, I was in 6th grade. I was antisocial as crap. I had literally earlier in the year met Doc59. Literally earlier that school year. Oh my god, do not start spamming me on Skype. God, please no. But still, I literally just met Doc59. I barely knew Ben. Yeah, this is how weird it was. Me using Skype was never a thing. Like, literally, Minecraft's like the first PC game I ever bought. And I'm not even kidding you, that. Like, besides, like, the really old child education games with, like, Thomas the Tank Engine. That was really all I had. I was more of a console person, really. And even then, it was just really just sometimes me just dicking around on the PlayStation with my brother, and sometimes it was funny as shit. Or at least we thought it was. And I was still playing my DS a lot at the time. This was early 2012, so White 2 hadn't quite come out yet, but I was still playing Pokemon a lot, goddamn. But I was playing my DS a lot, goddamn, like a lot of the time, and there was what else was there? But now, looking at it now, I've really gone to PC gaming. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll still play on consoles every now and then, I like a lot. I mean, I still play NHL 14 on the PS3. I play Rock Band a decent amount. It's a good game. All 4 of them. They're pretty damn good. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, yeah. And then, like, of course, all the stuff with Steam and Civ 5 and Rocket League and games I'm mostly trash at, to be completely honest with you. And there's Minecraft, and all the people I've met through this game, like, I've been in multiple, like, Skype groups of 20 plus people. And if it weren't for this game, I would have met none of them. Absolutely none of them. And that's really something that really tells you how far a video game can take you. One game that looks childish on an onset, but helps you meet people from not only people you didn't know who may have played it like across the street from you, but people across the world who you may have never met in your life. And you meet them. It's really what the internet, what online games, and really what the internet does to our society as a whole, really. sort of brings everyone together, and it's really a nice thing. And I know I went really off topic of getting Minecraft, but it's still on topic. I mean, my interests in the game may have changed, but it's still a game I love, even 4 years later, as a sophomore in high school. And if I admitted that to some people at school, I would get serious flack for it, and that's why I really don't. But same thing for Pokemon, but hey, what can you say? This game went from being absolutely nothing in my life, from a person I didn't really like who explained it really badly, and a friend who really wanted me to get the game so we could do a machinima on it, which still hasn't happened 4 years later, to a game that every weekend and occasionally on weekdays I hop onto and just have some good old-fashioned fun.